Here once again you are welcome in test prep card, my dears. And today's topic is what neural control and coordination. So see here, neural control and coordination mind map what we study here, my dear. Here is the basic thing that is very important to all of you. You know what? Let's see first. Dear, here I'm going to tell you about the first the neural control and then afterward coordination. Now here, very interesting thing that is very important to know is that do you know that each and every living organisms respond to their stimuli? Yes, what I'm saying, respond to their stimuli. So if I'm saying there that is respond to their stimuli, it means that what the meaning of a stimuli? Do you know what the meaning of a stimuli? No, don't know. Let's take in this one slide. Okay, so see the term here that is very important to understand before we start the topic. The term is what a stimuli, my dear. What I'm saying, the term here what as stimuli. A stimuli word is what plural and singular is here is what as stimulus. Singular is here is what as stimulus, my dear. Okay, so see if I'm saying here the term is stimuli or stimulus, what does it mean? Let's see. A stimuli. A stimuli means what? Any change in the environment. What I'm saying, any change where in the environment. See what I'm writing here. Any change in the environment, in the environment in which living organisms. What I'm saying, in which living organisms, my dear, in which living organism respond to any change in the environment in which living organisms respond, my dear, then it is known as what a stimuli, right? Yes, and we all know that each and every living organisms give respond to the stimuli. Now the question is here, sir, how this response take place in animals and plants. But before we know that very things, one question from all of you, my dear. Can you give me answer? Can you give me? Yes, I'm asking with you. Can you give me answer? Definitely you give. My question is very simple, my dear. If anybody can ask you that, tell me which one respond fast, animal or plants? Definitely you say animals respond fast. But now again my question, why? Why animal respond fast comparatively plants? You know this one answer. You know why animal respond fast comparatively plants? This one is my question. Yes, I'm asking to you. You know this one answer. No? Okay, no problem. Let's see. Animal respond fast because animal has both endocrine system as well as the nervous system, my dear. While in a plant there is only endocrine system, or you say the hormonal system, nervous system is absent, my dear. So that's why I'm saying here the animals respond fast comparison to plants, my dear. Definitely plants respond, but in comparatively they respond slow because plants doesn't contain the neural system, my dear. Nervous system also, you say, isn't it or not? But in animals respond fast. The reason is here is what? Because both nervous system as well as the endocrine system. Also, this one is very interesting to all of you, and this one is very simple also. But most of the students not know the answer of simple questions. So that's why I'm saying here. Okay. Now see, here the term stimulus is clear. The stimulus term is clear. Very good. So if the term stimulus is clear, it means what? That any change in the environment in which living organisms respond, my dear. And you all know that environment is not constant. Environment continuously changes. Yes or no? So if environment continuously changes, my dear, then we all the living organisms give their response or not? Definitely, sir. Now, the thing is here that, sir, how we respond? Let's see. We respond with the help of the nervous system as well as the endocrine system. This one is the correct. But now see what I'm going to write here. Suppose if I'm giving some example that how we respond from any change in the environment. If we respond from light, if we respond from what, my dear, light, then it is known as what? Photoreceptor. The cells is here. That is what photoreceptor cells. Photoreceptor, right? Photo means light, receptor means what? The cells which receive any change. Whenever we respond any change with the help of light, my dear, then it is known as what? Photoreceptor. So if anyone So if anyone respond to what sound, my dear, yes or no? So if anyone is speaking loudly or any DJ is playing around you, then you respond at that time or not? Definitely you respond. So if you respond from sound, my dear, then it is known as what? Phonoreceptor. What I'm saying? Phonoreceptor. Getting my point? Phonoreceptor. Phonoreceptor is the first which receive the sounds, and that moment, if people pleasure, then we respond yes, the sound is pleasure. But if the sound is so loud, cannot be available to you, then it is said to be as what the sound is making outside. Yes, sir. So every living organism respond. If light, then photoreceptor, sound, then photoreceptor. Some we also respond with the help of a smell also. Whatever the smell, we respond also. That is known as olfactory receptor. What I'm saying? Olfactory receptor. My receptor is the cells which receive the sensations of any change in the environment. And if we respond from what, my dear, that is touch, or you say the hot, we feel hot or you feel cold, yes or no, then it is known as what? Thermoreceptor. What I'm saying? Thermo means what? Heat. Thermoreceptor, my dear. What I'm saying? What I'm saying to you? Thermoreceptor. Getting my point? Now, if anyone respond to what test, if when even we see the test or check the test, then we also respond there. Then it is known as what? Whole, that is what? Gustatory receptor. Wait a moment. That receptor is known as what? That moment is known as what? Gustatory receptor. Thing is clear? So if you respond from light, then it's known as photoreceptor. If you respond from sound, then it's called phonoreceptor. If you respond from a smell, then it's called olfactory receptor. If you respond from hot and cold, then it is known as thermoreceptor. But if we respond from taste, then it is known as what? Gustatory receptor. So here the five sensory organs, my dear, eyes, ear, nose, skin, tongue. These all the five sensory organs is responsible for detecting or any change, whatever the change we feel around surrounding, my dear. Okay. So the term is here is what? Stimuli is clear. Now, how the this mind map is here to understand? Let's see. Let's see. Here, the first, the human neural system we understand, and this human neural system you all know. This human neural system classified into two parts: CNS and PNS. CNS means what? Central nervous system. PNS means what? Somatic nervous system. This PNS is further divided into what? Somatic nervous system, autonomic nervous system, and you say what? Nerve fibers. You also say yes or no? Nerve fibers also you say. Let's see. Let's see what I'm going to write here. Let's see. Nervous system, because we all control and coordinate with the help of nervous system. Getting my point? See here the nervous system. What I'm saying here, nervous system. If I'm asking you about this nervous system be classified into how many parts? Two parts. How many parts, my dear? Two parts. One is what? CNS, central nervous system. Second one is what? PNS, peripheral nervous system. What I'm writing? Peripheral nervous system. Okay. Now this CNS further be classified into how many parts? Two parts. That is what? Brain. One is what? Brain. Second one is what? Spinal cord. Second one is what, my dear? Spinal cord. Getting my point, my dear? Yes. So see, this one is the mind map. Brain and a spinal cord is given. Yes or no? Brain and spinal cord is given. Now this PNS is further be classified into how many parts? Three parts, you say basically. Number one, that is what? Somatic nervous system, autonomic nervous system, and autonomic nervous system. Then after what? Nerve fibers. Clear? Now see here. Peripheral nervous system. In peripheral nervous system, how we classify? We classify it, my dear. That is what? somatic nervous system. You know the meaning of somatic? See here. Here the somatic nervous system. Second one is what? Autonomic nervous system. What I'm saying? SNS and what? ANS, autonomic nervous system. Clear? So these all are the system which is responsible to carry the messages from one parts, or we say the one region of the body to the another. Now the question is here, how it be possible? Let's see. Check this one thing. You know that the PNS, that is somatic nervous system, is basically responsible to carry the messages from different organs of the body, right? Now this one is very very simple. The autonomic nervous system further be classified into two. That is what? Sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. One is what? Sympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system. And second one is what? Parasympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic. What I'm saying? Sympathetic nervous system. This is parasympathetic nervous system, my dear. Okay, okay. Now the point that is very important to understand here, that how again I'm saying how. And you all know that this all neural control and coordination will coordinate with the help of your brain. That is basically main part, that is CNS. That is what? Brain. Okay. So let's check in this one. Here after that we also know that whatever the what generations and the what conduction, what I'm saying, generation and conduction of nerve impulse with the help of maintenance of resting potential, my dear. Action potential, propagation of action potential. Clear? So neuron, you know that each and every message is transmitted with the help of what? Nerve cell, or you say the neuron, my dear. What I'm saying? Neuron. So neuron is the structural and functional unit of neural system, or we say the nervous system. Let's see here. What I'm saying? Neuron. Neuron is what? It is a structural and functional unit. It is structural and what I'm saying? Structural and what I'm saying here? Functional unit. What I'm saying here? Functional unit of what? Functional unit of nervous system. So this one is important. So why I'm saying this one thing, that the neuron is a structural and functional unit, you know, because this one is the neuron which is responsible to carry the impulses within the body. So whatever the impulses carry, that all very impulses, or you say the chemical messages, that is transmitted to one region to the another region. The main thing that is very important to understand. Okay. So neuron is the what? Longest cell of the body also. See here. That is what? Neuron. What is saying? Neuron. So neuron is structural functional unit of nervous system, and this neuron be classified into two types: multipolar, bipolar, and unipolar. So if anybody can ask you how many types of neuron, then you say there what? Multipolar neuron, bipolar neuron, or unipolar neuron. Okay, getting my point? Now here the neuron structure is what? Dendrite chain, axon chain, and this axon chain further be classified into what? Myelinated axon, non-myelinated axon. Some axon that is what? Covered with the myelin sheath, then it is called myelinated axon. Some axon that is not covered by myelin sheath, then it is known as what? Non-myelinated axon. Now the question is here, sir, just make this one diagram of neuron basically, then after we understand the, okay, let's see. This one is diagram of neuron. This one is the nucleus, and here around the nucleus there is what nasal granules, my dear. What I'm saying? See, this one is what nasal granules. Okay, here the fine thread like a structure known as what dendrites, or it's the dendrons. See, here the dense fluid also. What I'm saying, dense fluid also. Now see, this one is covered by myelin sheath, and it is known as myelinated neuron. This one is what myelinated neuron. What I'm saying, this one is myelinated neuron. Okay, so see, here it classified into two. One is here is what to here and here. This one is known as what cytone. Cytone you say, or you say perikaryon. Perikaryon. Okay, so this one is what? This one is dendrons, and this one is what? Nucleus. This one is around the nucleus. This one is what? Nasal granules. What I'm saying here, dear? This one is what? Nasal granules. Clear? And this one is what? Dense fluid known as what? Cytoplasm. Okay, and in between, this one is called exon. This one is called exon. Here the nerve ending. Exon bulb. Okay, so see, this one is the what diagram of neuron, and this neuron is the what structural and functional unit of nervous system. Why I'm saying this one is the structural and functional unit of nervous system? You know why I'm saying this one thing? Because this one is the neuron which is responsible to carry the chemical masses and transport to each and every part of the cell. Okay, so see this one slide. Here the diagram of neuron. So cytoplasm, typical cell organelles, nasal granules, these all are the parts of what? Neuron, my dear. Okay. Dendrite chain structure, axon chain. Yes or no? So neuron, if anybody can ask you, then what is neuron? Then you say here is what? Neuron is structural and functional unit of nervous system. Now see here the axon chain, that is myelinated axon or non-myelinated axon. So when we say myelinated, we say myelinated with when there is a what? A myelin sheath. Axon is covered by what? Myelin sheath. Then it is known as what? Myelinated. If it is not covered by the myelin sheath, it is called non-myelinated, my dear. Thing is clear? Thing is clear? Hope so. Thing is clear. So here not any problem. Okay, can we move ahead? Can we move ahead, my dear? Yes or no? Tell me first. If we say that yes, then I will move ahead. Let's check. Let's check. Here, the brain. You know that the brain is the what? The part of the CNS. And you know that the brain is the what? Very delicate organ which is protected inside the three-layer membrane, the known as what? Meninges, my dear. So the brain, the CNS, central nervous system, it consists two parts. One is the what? Brain. Second one is what? A spinal cord. Now, see this one thing. Here, the brain. The brain further be classified in parts. That is what? That is what, my dear? Forebrain. This one is forebrain. Second one is what, my dear? Midbrain. And third one is what? Hindbrain. Correct? One is what? Forebrain. Second one is what? Midbrain. Third one is what? Hindbrain, my dear. Getting my point? Now the question is here, is further the forebrain is also classified? Yes, definitely. Forebrain is classified into how many parts? Two parts. That is cerebrum and what? Dinocephalon. But midbrain doesn't contain any parts. Now the hindbrain further be classified into three parts. That is cerebellum, pons, and what? Medulla oblongata. Okay. So see this one. But here the forebrain, cerebrum, thalamus, and hypothalamus, my dear. Okay, hindbrain, pons, cerebellum, and medulla oblongata. Midbrain doesn't contain any parts. Basically, the forebrain has the word cerebrum and dinocephalon. Okay, is that clear? Then after we understand here the reflex action or the reflex arc, this one is so simple. Spontaneous action which is controlled by our, which do not control by our will. That is known as what? Reflex action. Or you say the sudden action, my dear. That is known as what? Reflex action. And then after in lower invertebrates, my dear, what I'm saying, invertebrates. See here the two words, one is the vertebrates, second one is what? Invertebrates. If I'm saying here the term invertebrates, it means what? The organisms which do not contain backbone, my dear. Getting my point? So if I'm saying the organisms which has vertebrate, it means what? The organisms which has backbone, or is it the vertebral column. Getting my point? So lower invertebrate, generally neural organization is very simple. Okay. But as we move in the what? Complex organisms such as insects, vertebrates, insects, there is what? Brain is present along with the number of ganglia and neural tissue, my dear. So here, this one is very important to understand here that the neural, what I'm saying, neural tissue is important. Number of ganglia is important. Yes or no? So, but now if I'm talking about the term vertebrate, it means what? Vertebrate means what? It means that more developed neural system. So whenever I'm saying that the more developed neural system, it means so many different parts of the nervous system is responsible to carry the impulses to each and every cells, my dear. Okay. So after knowing these all very things, here is some sense organ. Here is some sense organ also. That is human ear, human eye. Okay, so no. So see this in the diagram below the human eye. That is what? Three-layer sclera, choroid, and retina. Okay, so convex lens, ciliary muscles, aqueous humor, vitreous humor, optic nerve. We know these all very things one by one. Okay, so let me start. The first thing that is important to understand from NCERT also. So hope so this mind map is clear. So what the thing is given in mind map, this one is so simpler. Now here the point to be go ahead in what? In a NCERT. You know, according to NCERT, my dear, this neural control and coordination, that is very important at the point of examination. Getting my point? Let's see how I'm saying this one thing. Let's check. Let's check, my dear. See. Okay. So here the neural control and coordination, what it means? It means that coordination is the process through which two or more organ interact with the complement the functioning of one another. You know that if the organisms does not correlate with each others, and if they do not correlate with each others, then how the biochemical reactions or any metabolic functions we regulate within the body. This one is the important one. See, see what I'm saying. I'm saying here that the coordination is the process through which two or more. What I'm saying, I'm going to repeat this one thing. The process through which, wait for a moment. See here, what I'm saying, coordination is the process through which two or more organ interact and what complement of the function of what one another. Getting my point? So coordination is very important, and how this coordination will occur? This coordination will occur with the help of the what? Nervous system, my dear. For example, when we do any physical exercises, the energy demand, then that time energy demand and this demand increased for maintaining an increased muscular activity, my dear. So what I'm saying here, so during doing any physical activities, then at that time our nervous control is what regulating whole body parts. You know why? Because this one is the neural or you say the nervous system which is responsible to carry the impulses to each and every part of the cells. Is that clear? Yes. See, so the increased supply of what? Oxygen necessitates an increase in the rate of respiration also. See, if we move on the third floor or fourth floor of the building, at that moment there is a what? Increase the rate of heartbeat. You know why? You know why? Because at that time our body cells need more oxygen. But how this one is possible? This one is only possible by inhalations with the help of the skin also, and respiration also will take place. So the increased supply of oxygen's necessity at increase in the rate of what? Respiration. So see, if I'm saying here that increase in the rate of respiration, it means that the amount of oxygen also be required there. Heartbeat, increased blood flow via blood vessels. When physical exercise is stopped, when we stop the physical exercise, the activities of nerve, lungs, heart, kidney gradually return to their normal condition. But whenever we do any physical exercises, then at that time the normal condition will occur, my dear. Okay, so this is the function of muscles, lungs, heart, and blood vessels. So kidney and other organs are coordinate while performing physical exercise. Different organ also which coordinate with one another, and during in our neural system and endocrine system. See here, neural system and endocrine system jointly coordinate and integrate all the activities of the organ so that the function in a synchronized fashion. See, if I'm saying here that whatever the origins, they having a word synchronized, or you say the what, a system which is coordinate with both of them, that is neural as well as endocrine system, my dear, then it is known as what? Neural control and coordination. Now the question is here, how this impulse is transport from one region to another. This neural chemical message, you say, generally transport with the help of their what? Neuron. With the help of what? Neuron, my dear. Clear? Clear? Is that point is clear? Okay. Now here the neural system. See here. What the thing is written here? Neural system. In the neural system of animal is composed of highly specialized cells that is called neuron. So neuron can detect, receive and transmit different kinds of the stimuli. So whatever we receive the stimuli, that all various stimuli is what? Received with the help of what? Neural system, or you say the neuron. Getting my point? So the neural organization is very simple. Whatever the neural organization is here, but only in the lower invertebrates, not in higher complex organisms, my dear. Lower invertebrates are which are they? Just like Hydra, Paramecium, Amoeba. Yes or no? Now the second thing that is important, the neural system is better. What I'm saying, neural system is better organized in insects, where a brain is present in along with the number of ganglia. There's so many ganglia that is a fine projection, or it's the neural tissue, the vertebrates which have a more developed neural system. So this developed neural system, what uh, bears any change within the body, and that very change transported with the help of the what system that is known as what human neural system, my dear. And we all know that this human neural system is classified into how many parts, my dear? Two parts. One is what central nervous system, second one is what peripheral nervous system. See what I'm saying? Whatever the nervous system, they classified into how many parts? Two. One is central, second one is what peripheral. Now the question is here, sir, when we say the central nervous system, when we say the peripheral nervous system, during the nervous system, my dear, during the nervous system here, I'm going to tell you about, you might be here the brain, spinal cord, these all are the side of information processing and control. So whatever the information processing and control, that very information processing is the result with the help of the word system. That very system is known as what? Neural system, or you say the neuron, right? So see, if the body is associated with CNS, if I'm saying if the body is associated with the CNS, then it means that the organisms is what directly or indirectly meet with the what brain and the spinal cord problem. When or you say that basically the transmission of the impulses with the help of this the neurons, I guess. So the nerve fibers are basically of the PNS of two types: afferent fibers, efferent fibers. So see what I'm saying, afferent fibers. Afferent fibers is such a fibers which is responsible to collect all the messages, also the impulse from tissues or organ. To whom? To the CNS. To whom? To the what CNS? To the different fibers. Different fibers. This is also known as the regulatory impulses, my dear. What I'm saying? The regulatory impulses. And this very regulatory impulses from the CNS to the connected peripheral tissue and organ. Right? Getting my point? Getting my point? So see, this CNS is divided into two division, that is called somatic neural system and autonomic nervous system. Like this. See, here I am saying to you that the PNS is further be classified into how many parts? The two. One is the word somatic nervous system. Second one is what autonomic neural system. Now the question is here, sir, how we say the somatic neural system and the autonomic neural system? See, my dear, if anybody can ask you about the somatic neural system, then you say there the data system which relay impulses from CNS. Listen carefully. What I'm saying, the relay messages. If I'm saying the relay messages, or you see the relay impulse from CNS to where? To the skeletal muscles, my dear. And this skeletal muscles respond, or you say the transmit impulses from CNS to whom? Involuntary organs. Yes, involuntary organs. That very organ which is not controlled by our will, my dear. Getting my point? And smooth muscles of the body, you say. While while ANS, autonomic nervous system, my dear, is further classified into two parts. One is the sympathetic, second one is what? Parasympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic and parasympathetic are both are what? Antagonists. Means what? Totally different nature. But we have to be not know here what the sympathetic and parasympathetic in details, my dear, because we already have discussed in standard 10th also. So see what I'm saying, visceral nervous system. If I'm saying you the term this one is the visceral nervous system, that is the part of the peripheral nervous system that comprises the whole complex of nerves, my dear. So see, if I'm saying the whole complexes of nerves, it means here that here the fibers, the ganglia, and the what plexuses by which impulse travel from central nervous system to where? To the visceral, from the viscera to the central nervous system, my dear. So this one is the important thing to understand here, that how this visceral nervous system carry the impulses from different parts of the body, my dear. Now check here in mind map also. Then after we to move ahead, see here in the mind map what we understand what we understand here, we understand that how the nerves is responsible to carry, you know, the nerves. There are two nerves basically. One is the sensory nerve, second one is motor nerves, but another nerves is also here. That is you say the nerves that is relay nerves, or you say the relay neuron. So sensory neuron is a such a neuron which carry the impulses from the via sensory organ to the brain, while the motor nerves, my dear, motor nerves is such a nerves which carry messages from brain to the spinal cord, and from spinal cord they release the different impulses to each and every part of the cell spectrum. Right? Right? This one thing is clear. Now come to the point of where NCRT. Let's check this NCRT. Okay. So here the neuron, that is, that the structural and functional unit of what neural system. So if I'm saying here the functional structural unit of what neural system, then a neuron is what microscopic structure composed of three major parts. You know what the three major parts, my dear? Namely cell body, dendrites, and axon. Okay, see this one the diagram. See this one the diagram where I make here. Yes, see this one. This one is cyton. This one is dendrites. You see the dendrons. Dendrons is what? Singular. Dendron is what here? Singular. Right? Clear? Clear? So there are three basically parts. One is the word dendrons. What I'm saying? Dendrons. Second one is what? Cyton. Third one is what? Axon. Out of these all three, basically, the axon is the longest part of the neuron, my dear. Getting my point? See here, the diagram also given in your book also. In NCERT, check this one thing. Hope so these all things I have told you. Yes, so one cell, that is a cell which is covered by myelin sheath, or you say the myelinated, my dear. Okay. Axon is the longest part, myelin sheath, node of Ranvier. Yes, node of Ranvier means what? The gap between one neuron to the another neuron, so that masses can transmit easily from one region to another. Okay. So hope so this thing is clear. Hope so this thing is clear or not? Tell me first. Yes, definitely clear. So see what I'm saying to you. Here, the cell body contains cytoplasm. What the cell body contain? Cytoplasm with a typical cell, and that typical cell organelles and certain granulars bodies. That is what nasal granules. So nasal granules is what surrounded the nucleus, my dear. So short fibers which branch repeatedly and protect out the cell body also, my dear. What I'm saying? Cell body. See? See this one thing? Yes. Certain nasal granules here, dears, are known as what? In dendrites also. What I'm saying? In dendrite also. See here. Contain nasal granules are called dendrites. And these fiber transmit impulses towards the cell body. So whatever the impulses carried by the neuron, that a part that is known as what? Nerve cells, or is the neuron, right here. Okay. So thing is clear. Thing is clear. So the axon is a long fiber. It is a distal end which is branched, and each branch terminate as a bulb-like structure called what? Synaptic knob, my dear. So see, here the synaptic knob is such a knob which is responsible to carry the impulses from one region to the another. But the thing is important here that how this transmission can occur, my dear, with the help of a chemicals that is stored in between the gap of one neuron to the another neuron. The junction of that very neuron. That is what that is acetylcholine. Acetylcholine. Okay. So see, this one is the neurotransmitter substances. Now the thing is that is what? That is neuron of one of the dendrites, either in the multipolar, either in the bipolar, or is it the unipolar? This one is the unipolar cell body with or axon, my dear. See what I'm saying? Axon only found usually in the embryonic stage, my dear. But these all things we have to understand whenever we take the classes in detail, my dear. Then I will tell you about this all things. So here is not very important to understand in details, because this one the video whenever I go in details then I will tell you. Okay, thing is clear. Thing is clear my dear. So see, this one is important thing, my dear. Clear. So the neuron term is clear. Neuron is the what? Structural functional unit of the nervous systems, and all the messages transmitted with the help of our nervous system, or it's the neuron. So that's why I'm saying here that the control and coordination is the very basic heat system within the body, and this very system responsible for the coordination also, my dear. So here when we go through in a details video, then I will tell you about these all things in details. So we now not we move ahead because this one is a mind map. So the basic thing that what is given in your this one topic I tell here, and when we go in details video, then I will tell you each and everything in details video. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Have a nice day. Give a like and comment to this very test card. Thank you for watching.